Joining me now, Skye Perryman, President and CEO of Democracy Forward. Skye, welcome to you. Your organization's lawsuit on behalf of aid workers successfully got funding reinstated, at least temporarily. So what happens next for these 8,000 workers and for the millions who rely on this aid?
Yeah, so there are two lawsuits, and in both of them, there have been court orders really seeking to stop what the Trump administration is doing, or at least pause it while the courts can consider the legality. We are involved in one of those lawsuits where the court has put a pause twice now on aid workers for the federal government that were going to be dismissed en masse, which would really make Americans both abroad and at home less safe. And so the court has paused that while it's considering the legality, which of course we believe it's wholly unlawful to decimate an agency that Congress, of course, is funding. And then the second lawsuit that was filed earlier this week, a judge has also reinstated the funding, stopped the funding freeze with USAID.
It's my understanding that Democracy Forward is involved in at least 10 other challenges to the president's initiative. So when you look at the impact of the administration's many moves, what in your estimation, is the most egregious overreach by the government?
Well, certainly this is an administration that's not protecting working Americans and that is violating the Constitution, seeking to do things like depriving people of their First Amendment rights with the stroke of a pen. But it's also an administration that is seeking to isolate our country, making Americans abroad and at home less safe. So we are fighting on all fronts right now in the courts, everything from seeking to stop this administration from acting as if they can take away people's First Amendment rights through the way they teach history or the way people perceive of their realities and communities. This is an administration that really wants to say their way or the highway, which is not how this works in America. And then at the same time, it's an administration that really wants to break our government and not enable it to work for the people. And so we're doing a lot of work to ensure that the federal workers in our government remain independent and nonpartisan, that they are not terminated en masse and not replaced with loyalists. That's just not how we do things in America, and we are confident that the courts will see it that way.
So, Skye, I want to play a brief clip. It is from the House DOJ subcommittee hearing this week, responses to some questions from New York Congressman Thomas Suozzi. Let's watch that.
What kind of access does Mr. Musk and his team have? What kind of changes have they been making to the computer programs? How many of those changes to computer programs are permanent? And how will that affect people going forward? Mr. LeBlanc, what's he doing?
I don't know what he's doing.
You don't know?
I think
okay,
he's
Mr.
looking
Sepp, do you know what he's doing?
No.
Mr. Ladd, do you know what he's doing?
It would be inappropriate of me for comment on
Ms.
that.
Kotlacek, do you know what he's doing?
We have not looked at that.
Ms. Olson?
No.
Yeah. Does it surprise you none of the government and expert witnesses could say what the DOJ team is actually doing?
Well, this is even happening in federal court where the government doesn't and can't often represent exactly what they're doing. And this is another hugely concerning situation. The American people did not elect Elon Musk or elect DOJ to come in and run roughshod over their rights, over their privacy, and over the way our country functions. And that is what they are doing. We filed a lawsuit the first day of this administration against DOJ because of the harmful influence that it was already having. And we have filed a number of other suits to seek to protect the American people and their privacy against what is really a takeover by an unelected, unaccountable billionaire and cronies seeking to undermine the rights of the American people.